Hello, welcome back to Fire Horizons Gaming. My name is Ben, and today we're going to continue on with Ever17. So last time out we had a nice long chat with Sora about kind of like the meeting of life and love. We ate a really weird, horrifying sounding sandwich that Coco made. Had a chat with the group that somehow turned into this conversation about the Greek gods that we're about to get into here with you. Yeah, let's just pick it up right here.
Once upon a time, in a place called Cyprus, there was a young sculptor. His name was Pygmalion. He's been called the King of Cyprus. But in these myths, they tend to call anyone a king or a god, so we won't go there for a bit. Anyway, there was an excellent sculptor named Pygmalion, and then... Statues were incredible. They were so vital and full of life, they looked as though they might come to life at any moment. But Pygmalion couldn't seem to get interested in ladies. The people around him wondered why a brilliant sculptor like him couldn't land a wife. But Pygmalion seemed only to care about making his statues. Then one day he finished the nude figure of a woman. It was a wonderful piece, absolutely charming, and even he himself thought it might be his ultimate masterpiece. But as he looked upon her beautiful, almost living face, he realized she was naked and became embarrassed. He brought clothes for her and dressed her. And when it got dark, he was so besotted with her that he brought food for her to eat, talked to her, and even slept next to her. This was the first time he had ever experienced true love. The love for the statue he himself had created. He put all the love he had into her. He believed that one day she would speak to him. But in the meantime, he neglected his work, he forgot to eat and sleep, and Pygmalion began to waste away. People began to worry that he would die, so they prayed to the gods. And Pygmalion was agonizing as well. He was so sad to see her unable to speak or eat or sleep. He thought that when he himself became older and went to heaven, she would have to continue standing there just waiting to decay. To him, it was unthinkable.
彼女と添い遂げられないのなら我が身を崖から投げ落としてしまった方がマシだ。
If he's gonna be bound to it, it'd be better to throw himself off the cliff.
彼女が血の通った人間であったらどんなにいいだろうか。
If only she were a real woman with blood running through her veins.
とまあそんな風に
Yeah, it went on something like that.
するとこの彼の祈りは天にいる愛の女神アフロディーテに届いた。
Until his prayers reached Aphrodite, the goddess of love.
女神アフロディーテはピグマリオンの前に舞い降りて彼に祈りを込め彼女に口づけするように告げた。
Aphrodite came down to him and told him to kiss his beloved statue.
ピグマリオンが彼女の彫像にそっとキスすると
When he gently kissed her,
彼女の方にみるみる赤みがさしてその目はゆっくりに開かれ彼女は艶やかな肌を持った乙女へと姿を変えたの。
her skin flushed pink, her eyes open, she turned into a living woman.
彫像の美しさそのままの人間の乙女に。
A woman as beautiful as the statue had been.
そしてピグマリオンは彼女と結婚し子供まで設けました。
So they married and even had children.
彼はそれまで以上に素晴らしい彫像を世界中の神殿のために作って過ごしましたとさ。
He kept making even more beautiful sculptures for temples around the world, and they lived
めでたしめでたし。
happily ever after.
Finally finished with her long story, you pinched her skirt and curtsied. Coco and the kid applauded
な
her.
かなか面白かったよ。
Hey, that was pretty interesting.
ブラーバブラーバブラビッシ
Bravo, bravo, bravissima.
As for me, right, happily ever after. I applauded them. Never knew you knew so much, you.
マ。え、へん。
Well,
She drew up
こう
proudly.
いう神話民話逸話関係はそれなりに詳しいのよね私。
I know little about myth and folklore.
She raised a finger in front of her face, looking demure.
このピグマリオンの話はね
So Pygmalion
望んで願い努力を怠らなければそれは叶うというそのことを言い表してるのよ。
shows that if you hope, ask, and persevere, your wish will come true.
魂込めて作った彫像を本気で愛しいつか言葉を返してくれると信じたからこそピグマリオンの願いは叶ったんだから。
His longing was answered because he put his heart into her sculpture and then loved her, believing that she would speak to him one day.
そうなんだ。
So that's it.
ほへ
Ow!
ーちょっと話は変わるけどローゼンタールという人が唱えたピグマリオン効果というのがあって
Okay, so this is a little different, but this guy named Rosenthal wrote about something called the Pygmalion effect.
She was acting like a professor on a soapbox. It seemed like she was overdoing the whole thing. But her ridiculous expressions were so amusing, I got
プ
drawn.
ラシーボ効果というのはそれとちょっと意味合いが違ってて
It's not quite the same as placebo
どち
effect.
らにせよそうであると信じることが重要になるのであって
But both of them involve believing in something.
つまり私たちのサバイバリティにも関係してるわけであり
So they both have to deal with our chances of survival.
寿司桶に入っているバランがビニール製だからといってその寿司が安物だと言い切ることはできないはずなのよ。
Just because the sushi in the display case is made of plastic doesn't mean the sushi inside is cheap.
Hey, it doesn't mean the plastic sushi is cheap.
おお。
I don't quite get that one, but alright.
なるほど。
Ow!
Her talk seemed to have been derailed like a nasty train wreck. I had no idea what she meant. But the kid and Coco were a rapt audience. Alright, so at least I wasn't the only one who thought that was confusing. Several minutes later, sometime during Yu's long speech, my brain started working again. We all headed up the emergency stairs to the second floor.
みんなでつぐみんに会いに行こうか。
Should we all go and see Segumi?
そうだね。僕もつぐみがどうしてるか知りたいし。
Yeah, I'd like to know how she's doing.
私もじゃあお見舞いってことで。 ちょっと様子見に行きますか。
Me too. Let's all go check up on her.
Coco's proposal came out of the blue, but everyone agreed and headed
クラナ
upstairs.
リは夜つぐみが目を覚ました時にもう会ってるんだっけ。
Takashi, didn't you already see Sugumi when she woke up last night?
Well, yeah. Being asked forced me to remember the night before. Sugumi saying I want to die. But then she'd eaten 3 sandwiches. If she would just recover. Wait up, you knew that I'd seen Sugumi?
うん。今朝ね、空からちょっとだけ聞いたよ。つぐみの容態と慌てふためいたクラナリの走りっぷりをね。
I heard from Sora this morning about Sugumi's condition and your panicked running.
少年が言ってた夜の非常階段ダッシュ。その理由はつぐみなんでしょ。
That midnight emergency staircase dash the kid was talking about. It was Sugumi, right?
Alright, you, listen here. A minute ago, you pretended to be a reporter trying to get me to tell you. But why do you ask about something you already know?
あら、いつまでも誤解を招くような態度をとっているあなたが悪いのでございますのことよ。
That was a very long sentence for...
It's your fault for trying to be so mysterious.
You little... I hated to admit it, but she'd take me for a ride. And I had no comeback. So, how do you think Sugumi's doing? Aren't you worried about her?
あ、なんかごまかしてるわよこの男。
He's trying to change the subject.
Shut up. You know something, say it already.
救護室の医療用コンピューターのデータはレミが常に監視してるはずだから。
Well, that means always guarding the infirmary's medical computer
そ
data.
のレミが何も報告してこないってことは、つぐみはちゃんとおとなしく寝てるんじゃない？
Since Lemmy hasn't come to us with any news, it must mean Sugumi's sleeping peacefully, right?
Oh, that's rude. We reached the infirmary.
花束でも持ってくればよかったかな。
We should have brought flowers. And where do you think we'll find flowers? I mean, there's a little plant right there. Just, rip the top off? I don't know.
ま、それもそうだね。
Oh yeah, that's right.
Entering first, I mustered a cheerful voice. Hey, Sugumi! You alive? I had to force him, but I dragged everyone along to see you. Ow.
ちょっとクラナリ、そういうトゲのある言い方しないの。
Listen, Takashi, don't be mean like that.
You don't have to push and poke me. Exchanging stupid banter, we approached the bed. Did it on purpose as a joke. Joke around, cheer up a little bit.
わざと？どうだか。
Really? I don't know.
あれ？
Hey. Kid had stopped suddenly. He was pointing at the bed in the back. Sugumi gone somehow? No, what's the matter, kid? You discover a new species or something?
つぐみが
Sugumi's...
つぐみがいない。
Yep, called it. Sugumi's gone.
What?
Okay, just... Yeah. What? I ran to the bed in shock. Everyone followed right behind me. She's gone. She's really not here. The bed was completely empty. The covers were just the way they had been. Are you sure about that? The pillow is the same. But the IV tube and heart monitor have been torn up and scattered around. What the? Why didn't Lemmy pick up on this? Lemmy was monitoring Sugumi's data, right? You? What happened?
知らないわよそんなこと。
I don't know. I have no idea.
She averted her eyes from mine.
Hey,
あれ見て。
look at that.
She pointed to the corner of the room. Her finger was trembling a little. Antera bag? The cord was torn off the medical computer, and the monitor had been smashed to pieces. There had been an electrical short, and there was a burning stench around the area.
誰がこんなことを。
Who could have done this?
That's what I'd like to know. There's, only one person who probably could have done it?
ねえ、あれ何？
What's that?
And this time, Coco had found something. Under the computer console, there were some bandages and a long, skinny case of some sort. A white, hard case. Her leg cast, maybe?
これってもしかして
Is this?
It's Sugumi's brace, right?
間違いない。つぐみのだよこれ。
You're right, it's Segumi's.
ってことは
Which means Sugumi. She took off her own brace and smashed up the computer. She got out of bed, smashed the computer, and left the room. My thoughts leapt right out of my mouth. It was hard to believe.
そうなの？
Really?
ココがサンドを持ってきた時にはまだちょっと苦しそうにしながらベッドに寝てたんだよ。
When I brought her the sandwiches, she still looked like she's in pain in bed.
本当にすぐみんが
You really think that's Segumi?
Well, what else could it be?
誰かがつぐみをさらっていったんじゃ
Maybe someone ran off with her? Someone? Like who? Who's here beside us?
おかしいよ。どっちにしたって
It's crazy either way.
You shouted.
すぐみがあの足で歩き回れると思う？
How could Segumi even walk on that leg?
全治2ヶ月以上の重傷なんだよ。
It's a serious injury. It should take over 2 months to heal.
そもそもあの体でベッドから動けるはずないんだよ。
In fact, in her condition, she shouldn't be able to get out of bed.
コンピューターを壊したからってレミが何の反応も示さなかったのも変だよ。
And it's strange that Lemmy didn't respond even if the computer is broken.
もし誰かがここに来てつぐみを連れ出したとしてもそう。
Even if someone had taken her out of here,
部屋の天井のセンサーが反応するはずなんだから。
the sensor on the ceiling should have picked it up.
Saying that, you raised your eyes to the ceiling.
どういうことなの？
What? World?
ねえ、そしたら
Wait, then
すぐみどうなっちゃったの？
what happened to Segumi?
Boko barely opened her
神
mouth.
隠しにでもあったのかな
Maybe she was spirited away?
まさか
Oh, please.
Sugumi disappeared? We were all in shock. Everyone kept talking, though.
神隠し？
Spirited away?
そんなの信じられない。
I don't believe that.
信じられない。
I don't believe.
All of the color drained from Yu's face as she absorbed the enormity of what had happened. She was holding her chest, looking up at the ceiling in a cold sweat. Calm down, Yu. Don't freak out on me. Take deep breaths. She breathed in and out, slowly. A little color came back to her face. But the question was what to do about the situation. What to do? Hey, I know. We'll ask Sora. Where is Sora? She ought to know what happened, right? You looked at me with a glimmer of hope.
そうだよね。わかった。読んでみる。
Trying to jump the gun there.
Yeah, you're right. Let's call her.
We rushed over to the Lemmy terminal in the corner of the room. Standing in front of the console, you began operating the
レ
panel.
ミが気づいてないってことは、空もまだつぐみがいないことに気づいてないかも。
If Lemmy hasn't realized it yet, that may mean Sora doesn't know yet either.
But call her anyway. It's faster to ask her than to go on a blind search.
そうね。
You're right.
Before long, there's a change in the terminal. Sora's image floated up in the
どう
monitor.
しましたか？
Yes?
空、大変なの。つぐみが急にいなくなっちゃって。
Sora, something terrible has happened. Segumi's missing.
本当ですか？
What? Are you sure?
救護室のモニターに異常があるとは思っていたんですが。
I thought something had happened to the monitor in the room, but
異常は分かってたの？知らせてくれればよかったのに。
What? Why didn't you tell us?
すいません。先ほどからひどいジャミングがかかっていて、ご連絡が遅れました。
I am terribly sorry. There's been terrible jamming, and it delayed me. Jamming? What's that?
電波妨害？
Electromagnetic
部
interference?
屋の状況は？皆さん、その部屋にいらっしゃるんですか？
How's the room? Is everyone there?
Yes, other than Segumi, we're all here.
実は今、救護室の様子が私の目には見えていないんです。
Because actually, my eyes aren't working.
ですので、ちょっと確認に手間取ってしまって。
So I wasted time trying to confirm.
安心してそら、 みんな無事だから。
Don't worry, Sora. We're all right.
すぐにこっちに来られる？
You come right over?
ええ、わかりました。これからそちらに行きます。
Yes, of course, right away. Sora disappeared from the monitor, and instantly she was standing in front of us.
立ち位置は合ってますか？私の映像ちゃんと出てますよね。
Am I standing in the right place? Can you see me all right? Sora looked worried.
You're fine. You really can't see?
回復しつつありますが、まだ少しおかしいです。
It's getting better, but there's still something wrong.
ジャイロで皆さんの位置はなんとなくわかるんですが、向きが。
I can tell approximately where you're standing, but not which way you're facing. She was talking to a spot just next to me.
救護室につぐみがいないの。他の部屋を探せる？
Sora, Sugumi's not in the infirmary. You said she had the rooms?
やってみます。これから全館に生体反応スキャンをかけます。
Let me try. I'll do a bioscan on the entire building. She put her hands on the Lemmy terminal and started accessing it right away.
ねえ、
Hey,
ユウたち誰と話してるの？
who are you guys talking to? The kid asked us fearfully from over by the bed. We left the infirmary. Sora was bewildered by the sudden sensor trouble. It was taking her a few minutes longer than usual to finish the bioscan.
さっき空から僕らが見えなかったり、僕が空を見ることができなかったりしたけど、
Sora wasn't able to see us, and sometimes we couldn't see her, so...
救護室のベッドのあたりから下限圧室に降りるリフトまでの天井のセンサー類が一時的に故障してた？
Does that mean the ceiling sensors from the bed over to the elevator are all temporarily broken?
そのせいで空の調子が悪かったみたい。
Yeah, that's what's affecting Sora.
非常用の通路から部屋の外に出たんだね。
So she left through the emergency corridor.
Yeah, but she said Skimmy was kind enough to leave candles burning for us.
When we had found the emergency flares in the elevator, I was completely shocked. She wanted to keep us away that badly?
お待たせしました。検索結果が出ました。
Sorry to keep you waiting. I have the results of the bioscan. After delay, Sora appeared in the door of the infirmary.
And where's Skimmy hobbled off to?
She couldn't have gone far. In any case, we would find her. When we did, we'd figure everything out.
愛がドリッドシュトックに降ろされています。小町さんは隔離区画の先をゆっくり移動しています。
An eye has gone down to Drifterstock. Tsugumi is slowly moving past the isolated sector.
Eye? Oh, eye, the neutral buoyancy elevator. If we call it, eye will come to us, right?
はい。
Yes.
Okay, I'll run over there.
ちょっと蔵なり？
What? Hold on, Takashi.
あの区画には愛でしか出入りできないんだからしばらく待ってれば。
You can only enter and exit that sector using ice if you just wait a little.
We can't let her be out there. What if her injury gets worse? Why couldn't she just stay in bed?
あ、蔵なり。
Hey, Takashi!
蔵なりさん。
Takashi? I left them there and ran out. The buoyancy elevator was right nearby. I pushed the down button and called the elevator. The lamp lit up, letting me know that it was working normally. I sprang in when the double doors opened. The door shut quickly and it started going down. If she doesn't use eye, she can't get up here. Until I get there, she definitely can't leave the sector. Alright. Watch out, Skoomy, because here I come. I cracked my knuckles. She was always acting tough, but I bet she was bawling by now. I figured her leg would be killing her. She'd gone so far that she probably couldn't get back even if she wanted to. Maybe she's regretting it? What I really wanted to do was get in a couple good wisecracks to pay her back for all the hard time she's given me. But I also felt a little sorry for her. The doors opened. The stale air of the isolated sector on the third floor flowed into my lung. Next to the elevator I had ridden in, another elevator was still stopped. An elevator with a hole blasted in it. You couldn't even smell the stench of acetone anymore. I walked towards the end of the hallway, marshaling my wits. What's that? I realized that there was a room on the left side of the corridor that I hadn't seen during the power outage. Thinking to explore a little, I set my foot inside. A huge whale was stretched out. It said Cosmic Whale on the entrance. Apparently, that was the name of this attraction. I couldn't tell from a quick glance what exactly the attraction was. A whale floating in empty space. The whole scene was surreal. Was there an explanation written somewhere? Wait, I don't have time to waste like this. After making sure that Tsugumi wasn't there, I left through a different door. I quickly reached the generator room. The door said Kraftwerk. I pushed open the door and stepped inside. The facility was giving off a steady but low hum and seemed to be working fine. For better or for worse than Lemieux, we didn't have to worry about electricity. I looked around, but there's no trace of Tsugumi. Past the generator room, the corridor was completely blocked off by a partition. It is impossible to go beyond it. The only door left was the room on the right. I decided to go in there. The room was full of pipes. There was no sign on the door, but I suppose it'd be called something like a pressure regulation room or something. Wasn't this the room where she got hurt in? Oh, maybe not. Oh, no, I think this is where we did the little swimming lessons with, what was that, Sarah last time. I assume that the pipes must be connected to the boilers and turbines in the generator room. Come to think of it, Tsugumi had done the repairs in there. I remembered her closing a valve right with her tools spread around her. Huh? She was there. Leaning in just like the time before. She didn't have any tools, she wasn't closing off the valve. Instead, craning her neck, she seemed to be looking over at the other side of the pipes.
Hey, Tsugumi, what are you doing here?
I pretended to be calm. I thought to proceed gently. I wanted to handle the conversation right. She stood up slowly and looked my way.
You looking for something?
別に?
No, not really. She stepped back, as if she were keeping watch over me. I could tell that she was agitated. She hadn't expected to see me. Her gaze didn't fix on anything. Her eyes kept flitting to the pipes behind her. Gaze. It bothered me.
What's behind you?
ない.
Nothing.
何にもない.
There's nothing behind me.
Really?
I casually tried to angle around so that I could see the pipes behind her.
来ないで.
Don't come near me.
近づかないでよ.
Don't get close. What? She changed position. She didn't want me to go behind her. Oh. She had taken another step back and knocked something off. Along with a small splash of water, several screws or nuts fell into the crevice between ducts. She quietly looked around. Favoring her right leg, she slowly turned. With her back to me, she looked further back into the room, then took a relieved, if amazed, breath. What was going on? Then, pushing me aside, she tried to head out of the room.
どいて. 邪魔.
Move, you're in my way.
Hey, Tsugumi.
邪魔しないで.
Don't bother me. Dragging her right leg, she tried to leave.
Wait.
I put my hands on her shoulders, but she shook them right off.
触らないでよ.
Don't you touch me. She glared at me without trying to hide her annoyance.
邪魔だって言ったでしょ.
I said you're in my way.
ほっといてよ.
Leave me alone.
どうして私につきまとうの?
Why are you following me? He spat the words out all at once. But I didn't let up and fired a question back at her.
What are you doing here? Are you looking for something? Or are you finishing up some repairs? You want to answer stupid questions, is that it?
What?
そういうあなたは何しに来たのよ?
What are you doing here yourself?
人がどこで何してようと勝手じゃない.
I'm free to do what I want, where I want. He was trying to make a wall of words.
Listen.
Searching for a way to reach her.
I just came out of basic human decency. It's not like everyone's happy about the way you keep doing things. Because my injured friend suddenly went missing, that's why. Of course I came looking for you.
仲間?
Friend? Her expression grew more and more severe.
頼んだ覚えもなければ言われもないわ.
I didn't ask for you to come, and there's no reason for you to be here.
私は他のみんなとは違うの。
I'm not like the others.
勝手に仲間扱いしないでくれる？
So don't treat me like one of your gang.
Right, I get it. You're so unbelievably selfish.
I thought about pretending to raise my fist, but didn't do it. Even if I did, she probably wouldn't flinch.
Ugh. Believe me, I don't want to be friends with someone. But we don't have a choice. We all want to get out of here. Don't you want to get out of here as soon as possible? As long as we're in the same boat, we're friends. Japan, people with the same goal are called
仲間？
Yeah, friends?
仲間。仲間。仲間仲間。
Friends.
またそう。あなたはそんなことを言ってばかり。
There you go again, just saying.
そういう慣れ慣れしい偽善的な関係。吐き気がするの。
That kind of tired, hypocritical crap makes me sick.
それからもう一つ。
And one more thing.
あなた、昨日私が言ったこと聞いてなかったの。
Weren't you listening to me yesterday?
私は脱出したいなんて思ってないから。
I don't want to escape.
だから、仲間なんかじゃないの。
I'm not your friend.
日本でも、ドイツでもアメリカでも同じ。
I don't care if you're from Germany, America, or Japan.
いい？
Got it?
私は仲間じゃない。
I am not a friend.
だからもう二度と話しかけないで。
So, do not talk to me again.
どいて。
Move. I moved aside. Giving me a glance, she moved towards the door, dragging her foot. She was moving awkwardly, still dragging her left foot. Left foot? Left foot? Did I say left foot?
Whoa, wait a second.
I yelled with all my might.
何よ、話しかけないでって言ったでしょ。
What? I said don't talk to me. She turned around forcefully.
Your foot.
え？
What? Your foot. Is it alright? The leg you hurt the other day was your right leg, wasn't it?
Her face stiffened. Her eyes flicked away. She averted her gaze. She stood rock still. What was going on?
Let me see.
I grabbed the hem of her skirt. That's a smart move, bruh. And without hesitating, yanked it up. Yup. It's a good way to get punched. Yup. An immediate, brutal slap. Tsugumi took off running. The sound of her footfalls grew faint, as did her shadow, disappearing down the hallway. I was definitely wondering why the leg that was injured kept changing there, but I guess that makes sense. Something weird's going on. What was left was me, stunned. She had hammered my cheek. I might have broken teeth. I mean, you did just randomly pull up her dress, bruh. I might have a nosebleed. She hit me so hard my brain rattled. But I didn't feel any pain. Compound fracture of the right thigh bone. Injuries requiring 40 stitches. And she could run a day later?
おかえりなさい、倉成さん。
That is all very confusing, but that also feels like as good of a place as any to go and call for today. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.